Hey guys, sorry for the delay. We'll be going live in about 5 minutes. We're just waiting for our guests to come in. We're extremely sorry for the delay that happened today. But we'll be live soon. Yes, yes. आप हमारे हमारे पेज को फॉलो कर रहे हो क्या? Okay, have you? Are you online? Okay, I can't see you. Okay. Oh, flight group. So okay, I'll put flight group online then. Okay, 1 second. So flight group. Did you get my thing? All right, chalo. Yeah. Hey everyone, welcome, and let's welcome Mr. Shreyas.
Hi, how are you, Rohit?
Hey Shreyas, how are you?
I'm good, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm so sorry for the delay that happened today. I'm sorry to all
Yes, you
the people
better
that are
be.
watching as well. We are so sorry that we got delayed
Yeah,
today in going live. However, since
yep.
now Shreyas is here, let's take it forward. Shreyas.
Okay, so superb. All right, so I hope all you guys are doing good, right? I hope all you guys are all well, taking care, right? So before I begin, right, just give me a minute. I just have to check a lot of yeah. All right, superb. So I think some people are connected. Yeah. So, guys, uh, uh, firstly, I hope all you guys are doing all good. All you guys are all safe, right? We are very close to the open up. We are very close to the open up. Not, I think so. In the next couple of months, I think so. 1, 2 months, things should go back to normal. So, what I'm going to be talking about is right. Why is it important, right? To be, why is it very important to be focused at this point, right? I think so, Rohit, maybe you can also agree with me that, these are some very different and difficult times. Not, I would not say really difficult. Fortunately, I think so.
Yes,
We
it is.
all
It
have,
is a different time because nobody expected
yeah,
something like this. I think
yeah,
all the years that we've been working, there hasn't been a situation like this, an emergency
yeah,
or a pandemic that's
yeah,
hit us.
yeah,
And
yeah,
now
yeah.
that it has, I think people are lost as to because they don't know. It was supposed to be a 15-day, then it become like a lockdown 1.0 to 2.0 to 3.0. So people are lost,
Absolutely,
not sure as to when things are going to open. But yes, like you rightly said, it is
absolutely.
important at this point of time because even in the unsurety, how do we keep ourselves focused?
Yeah, because I think so. If it is there it is very uncertain, right? What is going to happen, and what is the next couple of months going to be like? Because in between it looked like okay, it was getting better. Now again, it's looking that it might be getting a little bad, right? With the cases increasing. So I think so. Why is it important to be focused? Is because what you have to understand is I think so, Rohit, that within some time, all this is going to go away.
Correct.
3 months from now, 4 months from now, maybe 5 months from now, these things are all going to go away. So if we don't focus on things right now, because eventually life will go back to normal. And because we lose focus, right, or we think, okay, maybe things might not happen right now or whatever, blah, 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 blah. I think so. Those things are not really gonna, those things are not gonna matter so much a couple of months from now, whatever happened right now. Obviously, the thought process and all, we might think, that things happen, this change, that change. Like, if I look at it, I was just reading a lot. So I've got into a habit of reading, and I was just reading how in 2008 and how in 2001 and in history, right? Every 100 years, something or the other happens.
Yes.
But eventually, what happens is things do go back to normal. And this is why, and I think so that is why what is important right now is that everyone, in fact, be more focused towards what they want to do and what they want to achieve, right? And what they should be doing. So for me, what is focus, right? If you ask me, Rohit, right, I think so what is focus is right now the ability to ignore things.
Correct.
In fact, focus is the art of knowing what to ignore, right? And that is what I completely believe, right? That during this time, right, like if we actually, just focus only on the news, if you focus only on things, what's happening, if you focus on the WhatsApp forwards, I think so they are the most dangerous thing out there, the WhatsApp forward, because they are not
Yes.
really, the information is not really verified, and the way they get passed across, it's absolutely crazy. So what I would say is, right, for me right now, I would say is what is important, and I would advise people to do is don't ignore a lot of things, right? Don't try to focus on everything. Don't try to focus on the news, on this, on that, right? Because those things are gonna do nothing, but in fact they're gonna be distracting you and they're gonna make you panic. I remember, a couple of days back, when even I started, looking at all these things and some, this, that, even I started panicking a little. But then I had to calm myself down. I had to just again start focusing on things that matter. Now, what I believe is why focus is important is, right, because whatever you focus on, you start seeing those things,
Correct.
right? So let's say if you focus on the good things, like if you focus on recoveries, guess what? You'll start focusing on that. You will search for news with that, right? You will start focusing on those things. If you focus on, let's say, the good things which are happening, right? You will focus on that, how so many new industries are coming up, how work from home is becoming a normal thing, how Zoom is now come up with such a big thing, right? So your eventual mindset, and not only mindset, I think so, you start, you become, your thought process also becomes what you focus on, right? So if you focus on, like I said, if you focus on recoveries right now, you'll feel very positive, right? You will see how things are coming up. If you will focus on, vaccines, right? You'll focus on how positives, right? What are the good things which are happening? You will start focusing how people are coming close to vaccines, this, that. So it's very important that you focus on the right things, right? Because at this point, whatever you'll focus on, you will start seeing. If you start focusing on the advantages of lockdown, you will start seeing how lockdown for some people has been a boon, where they
Correct.
have, started developing new habits. There are people that have come up with new businesses, right? Right, like with the way QASPL, the
Correct.
way,
It also helps you
we have,
refocus on things that you were putting off for some time.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Reevaluate yourself, revalue your business, or how you're working on things basically.
Yeah, yeah. Like one thing that I really feel that what we have done is, right, because QASPL and as a company we are focused on the right aspect, right? Guess what? Telecalling has come up in a big way. And I know that, going forward, once the lockdown is over, right, it's the opportunity, right? So we focused on how solutions can be found during lockdown. And guess what? We came up with the solution of telecalling. So now we have one more parallel business which we're going to be running eventually apart from face-to-face advertising.
Definitely.
Because yeah, because that is what all of us focused on. We focused on the positives. We focused on, okay, what can be done? We didn't focus, oh, lockdown has come, now this will happen, now that will happen. So absolutely, what is important, if you ask me, is for all the people, who are on this call and who are listening, and, people who are there, make sure that, I think so, focus on on the positives. Now, why is it important? Because eventually you will start becoming more productive, right? Not being focused, nothing will happen, right? It's not that, you will achieve something right now. I know a lot of things are not in our control, right? Like the virus is not in our control. What is the point of focusing on that? Can we sitting over here thinking about the virus change anything? Maybe what we can focus on is being more precautious. What we can maybe focus on is, developing skills which will be required post the virus, right? What
Yeah.
we can focus on, developing new business opportunities, working on skills, like as an individual. That is what I'm focusing on. I know right now I can't control too much of these things, so I'm focusing on my health. I'm focusing on developing some new habits. I'm focusing on, doing new things. I'm focusing on developing my next business opportunity, the telecom, the telesales business. Because I know, can I control right now the virus? Not really. So it is helping me be, helping me and my company and my team, getting more efficient,
Exactly.
right?
Control over what you have, what you can. Focus on what you can control, basically.
Absolutely. Right. So that is exactly what we are working on. So guess what? Now we have increased so much of our knowledge in telecalling, right? We have put so much systems in place. We are, obviously we are getting our results happening. Things are happening over there, right? So yeah, I think so. What you focus on is eventually what you get. So if you want to focus on, let's say, the opportunities right now, right? If you do that, what will eventually happen is, you will get more and more productive. You will start working. You will get more efficient in maybe what you need to do right now, right? I believe if you focus, you can go out and achieve whatever you want to. Eventually, when you focus on the right things, you get more in depth of it. You get more in this thing, which eventually helps you increase your knowledge, which eventually helps you, helps you create more opportunities, which helps you grab more opportunities, right? So,
Yeah.
100% right. Why focus is important during this time is because the more you focus on things which you don't control, the more you will get frustrated, right?
Correct.
Now, maybe how do we maybe improve our focus during this time? Maybe that is what we can maybe talk about a little, is get rid of distractions. I think so. The lockdown, one thing, I think so. One of the biggest distractions, obviously, different people have different situations, right? Different people are living in different situations. Some people are staying with their family, some people are staying alone. Obviously, that varies a lot.
Yeah.
But how you can control getting more focused is maybe get rid of distraction. So like what I consciously do, I remember, sometimes what I do is I delete, right? I'm not so much of a social media person, to be honest, right? But let's say, for some of my team members who are very, they are too much into social media, what they do is they delete Instagram in the morning and they download it only at night again,
Okay.
right? Like
Yeah.
I want to focus on right now, maybe, eating good food, right?
Correct.
Because lockdown is dangerous. You're at home, food is readily available, right? Going to the kitchen, grabbing food is easy. So what I consciously did was I did not keep a lot of junk food. So in short, I removed that whole aspect from there. So it helped me in achieving my health goals, right?
Yeah.
So maybe how to be focused is get rid of all those distractions. So maybe let's say if you want, I was reading this book. In fact, Tony suggests this book called The Power of Habit, and they talk about things which you want to maybe develop, right? Things which you want to implement, give easy access to it, and habits which you want to, remove, keep it, make it difficult to access it.
So give an example. How would you give an example of that?
Okay, so let's say, like I gave you an example. Let's say if I want to eat right, right? If you want to eat right at this time, so don't keep, junk food in your kitchen, right? So it is not easy access. So it's not that you just go open the bag of chips and you start eating. Keep fruits.
Yeah.
So what did I do? I don't keep junk food. So now if I want to eat junk food or if I want to eat bad food, what do I have to do?
Get
I have
ready,
to
go
call.
down, get.
So, that's one thing, that really, that is one example. I can give you one more example. Like right now, I want to read books. So guess what? At night, next to my bed, I keep books very easily I keep it next to me. So what happens is, in short, one second, I'll just connect my earphone.
Shreyas, your voice is breaking. We can't hear you. Shreyas, your voice is breaking. We can't hear you.
Yeah. So what I have essentially done is I have kept, those things close to me. Right now, there's a personal habit. I don't know if I can share that. I wanted to quit something, right? So now, guess what? I have not kept stocks of it at my home, right? So again, I think the more you keep barriers to things which you want to quit, the more it will help you out. And the more you want to, get new habits, keep easy access. Right. So that's one thing. Right. Second thing, I think so. What also matters is what we eat. Remember, focus is not just only a motivation game. A lot of times, what people maybe fail, and what I also used to fail to understand is, I would put the entire pressure of focus only on this thing, what do you call it? Only on the mentality, right?
Yeah.
Now, what I want to keep my focus, I want to increase my focus. So, guess what? What am I doing? I am, I'm eating right. So, if you actually read, even in that book, it spoke about how, when you eat the right things, right, it actually helps you. There's a chemical reaction to that.
Okay.
So if you see, if you drink a lot of soda, if you drink a lot of coke, you drink a lot of these junk things, it is not easy to focus then. And if you eat right food, it helps you focus because what you eat is what you eventually are. There is a saying, you are what you eat,
Okay.
right? So eat right. That is one thing, that helps out, right? Second, get good sleep. What is very, very important right now at this stage is, again, what matters, what happens is there is no sleep pattern. So there is no one to wake us up in the morning.
Yeah, everything is erratic because tomorrow is just is the same day again because what we're not doing is what we wanted to do, what we were doing. So it's become
Yeah,
like a thing. Okay, it's like a holiday. Okay, I don't need to get up at a certain point of time because I don't have to
yeah,
go somewhere or I don't have to do something.
absolutely. So there is no discipline. Otherwise, what happens in a normal day, we sleep on time because we have to get up early.
Yes, because you have to reach here by this point of time. You have to go. You have to reach office at this point of time. You have to, start traveling by this point of time if you want to reach there. So that habit, the schedule is there that makes you want to be disciplined or follow a schedule basically.
Absolutely. And so I think so what is also very, very important at this stage is you want to make sure that you sleep at that particular time. Like to be very honest, right? I knew that by the first 1 week of the lockdown, even I went on a vacation. Let this week get
I
over.
think everybody did that. I think everybody did that. Like it was like okay, it was like a deserved break. Everybody thought they wanted, and they got.
Yeah, yeah, and I think the people who enjoyed they should have done that 100%. But then what I did was from my second week onwards, right, I started following my routine again. Obviously, not like the which I used to follow in the normal week, but then I ensured that I was sleeping in on time. I took care that I was sleeping in at 11:30, right? And then I woke up at that time. So it helped me. In fact, so what again I would say is right, if you want to be focused at this time, I know it's difficult. That is where I say motivation comes in. That is where the discipline comes in, right? And sleep on time, right? Uh, PUBG is dangerous. So that is also right. So that is also one more example. The first week I downloaded PUBG, I was really curious. I've heard of PUBG a lot. So I've never played it because I love games, and I know if I get into it. So that is why 1 week I played PUBG 2, 3 times. Then guess what? I deleted it because I know if it's there on my phone, I will automatically get distracted. So it helps me keep focused. Like I said, the first line which I said, focus is knowing what to ignore. Focus is the art of knowing what to ignore. So yeah, so maybe sleep right, get enough sleep, sleep on time, right? I'm not saying time means let's say if you slept at 10:30, 11 o'clock, 11:30, but maybe max to max 12 o'clock. Get 7 hours of sleep, right? Get 7 hours of sleep. Wake up, wake up on time. It'll help you be focused. Very important. What I follow. I don't just wake up before the call, right? Like earlier, when we go to work, we have to get up early because we have to get ready. We have to do all that. Obviously, now traveling is removed, so we have that half an hour buffer. But I'm not abusing it or just waking up last minute. Like I know sometimes it happens, right? I know some people in my team, or I know they just wake up and they
Ten
are on the
minutes
call.
before the call. Okay, right? Yeah, let's. I have a call now.
Yeah. So you just get up from the bed and you do that. So I think so. It's discipline also. So if you want to be focused, sleep right. Second thing I would suggest and what I feel is very, very important is some kind of physical activity or some kind of workout at this stage.
So
I don't know
anything,
if you
so
would have.
focus could be anything from keeping yourself active to, deciding to do something and following it through, like learning or doing something.
So you're working, right? So what happens is you're working, but if you're not taking care of these things, right? If you're not taking, because let's say if you are at, let's say you are at home and you're not eating right. So there is a scientific proper study that if you don't eat right, you don't sleep well, you can't be focused, right? So, some football clubs or during World Cups, some clubs actually make it a rule that the spouses are not allowed to stay with the wives.
Correct, correct. I
The
don't.
husbands are not allowed. You know that, right?
Yes.
Why? So that they get good rest. They don't go out partying. They don't do all that. Because if you have a important match the next day,
You
right,
have to stay
and
focused. You have to be fresh.
you have to be fresh, right? And I guess also what happens is, right, the lockdown, because we all are young, right? We all are
Sorry, your
young and
voice
we
is
want to.
not heard. I can hear you.
Okay, now you can hear me?
I can't hear.
Just
We
give me
can't hear you.
one second, one second. One second.
Hello? Can you hear me?
I think so. Yeah, 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 I think so. Now you can hear me. Yeah, my battery went off. Hello? You can't still hear me? I can hear you. One second, one
Can't hear you
second.
at all.
Now you can't hear me?
Your voice is very low. Your voice is very low.
Okay.
Okay,
Is it
somebody said
better
you're
now?
audible, so you can continue. I think you're audible. There's somebody saying you're audible.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. Okay, so yeah, so also what I feel is, right, why is it important to be focused on? See, focus is a byproduct of taking care of these things. Sometimes what happens is, right, guys, if I'm not audible, you can just type it. I can't read your messages, so Rohit, you can just let me know, right? To be focused, it's not just people who are focused, people who can maintain their focus. They take care of these things. They take care of their physical activity. They make sure that they do some kind of physical activity. They make sure that they get good sleep. They make sure they follow discipline, right? When I say discipline, you don't kill yourself during this time, but obviously, like, let's say if you generally sleep at, let's say, 11:30, 11 o'clock, maybe till 12 o'clock you can sleep now, or 12:30. But if you sleep at 3 o'clock and then you wake up at, let's say, you have to wake up at 7:30, right? You can't be focused. Your body will not let you be focused. So I think so that is something which is important. What I also feel, we are, working, right? I know a lot of people are working, right? They have to go out and they do that. So take small breaks, but don't take breaks on phone. We are anyways on phone throughout the day. And the break time is what? Opening Instagram or opening something or doing something. Right? So I think so, breaks apart from phone, maybe going down for a walk, maybe, obviously with maintaining social distance, taking care of everything, right? But take care of what you go out and do. Secondly, what I feel is, which will help. You can hear me, right, Rod?
I can't. I don't know why I can't hear you. Just give me one
You
second.
can't
Just give
hear
me
me.
1 second.
Yeah, 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 sure. I think so. We're doing this for the first couple of times. So please excuse us if there is difficulty. Now you can hear me?
You can hear it now. I think something went off with my phone.
Beautiful. Right? Okay. So, yeah, so I think so, taking care of these things also helps out in being focused. Because again, guys, right? What I believe, and Rohit, correct me if I'm wrong, motivation eventually lasts for some time.
Correct.
It is discipline which will always surpass motivation. You can be motivated, one day, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, 10 weeks, 1 year, but
Motivation
eventually,
is a push.
It's just
yeah, absolutely. So guys, I think so. This is, what I do. What I also do is I set small victories for myself. So when I'm done with my work, right, then I also want to treat myself, right? So I also do that, right? I think so. Treating yourself is also important. It helps you remain focused. So maybe once we are done with our work, maybe once we are done with that, treating is also very, very important. Yeah. So these are this is how I keep myself focused with. And I think so. If people have questions about anything, they can ask me
definitely.
that.
So
I
if
will
you could
be
just
glad
shed
to
a
help
little
them
more
out.
light on focusing right now on the business, at different
Hmm.
levels that they are, as to what they could do.
Hmm.
I mean, from a work point of view, and not just from a lifestyle or health point of view, but also from a work point of view. If you could shed some
So,
light
so
on
when
that.
I say, so when I say all these things, right? When I say about the lifestyle and the health point of view, eventually all these things help you stay focused in work as well,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to maybe focusing on work right now and how to be focused throughout, I
So
think a lot of people are trying very new, and especially with a business like ours, right? We are used to obviously face-to-face advertising. We are used to that. But right now, with us going out and doing maybe telesales and going out and doing that, for a lot of us, it is very new. Now, expecting straight away to get the same result what we got in face-to-face for anyone, you will kill yourself,
correct.
right? Like right now, we are doing this Instagram thing. This is very new for me, and I know it is not going to be perfect. I'm sure
Yeah.
you're also doing this for the first couple of times.
Yes.
So, but we are focusing on the process. I'm sure you've learned, you're also learning, okay, next time we'll get better, right? Next time you'll not make people wait 10 minutes. I'm
Definitely
just,
not.
I'm just definitely not, right? But the point being that I think so, when it comes to work, what my suggestion to people will be when it comes to related to our business, guys, don't worry about, the results so much. Results come in with time. Even if you remember in face to face, we got good at it with some time, right? All my advice to people would be, you know, continuously keep on getting good with the process. So get the process for, even let's say as a trainer or as a leader, right? When it comes to our business, if you want to get good at, telecalls, or you want to get good at sales right now, what you want to maybe do is just focus on network with the right people, people who are going out and getting results, and get the process right, right?
Yeah.
So I think so that is one thing that I would tell people, right? Work continuously, right? What we also have to, maybe I feel, is you have to self discipline yourself, because in an entrepreneurship position, right, and in a business like ours, when it comes to, people have the freedom to decide how much they want to work, how much money they want to make. I hope you get me.
Yeah.
So what is important, right? Because I have people who are working, right, in my home, and people who are working, right, family members and all, who are working in a job with their thing, and they have to work from this time to this time. There's not an option. So maybe with that, you also have to give yourself that, okay, I have to work from this time to this time properly, not
Yeah.
maybe getting distracted during that time, not going and doing XYZ during that time. Make that time very, very productive. Second thing, what I would advise people is, get the mechanic right. This is new for everyone. I'm sure, Rohit, a lot of things are new for you also, the way, things are
Definitely.
happening right now.
Definitely.
I'm sure when you're interacting with different owners, different people, different, org heads, different vice presidents, everyone, for them, everything is new. But what we all, I guess, what everyone who is, getting results, who is seeing things happen, what they're doing is, they are not bothering so much about the results, but they're bothering more about the process and adapting to the situation a lot faster.
Correct.
So let's say if they're doing something which is not working out for them, they, they're working on things, changing that,
Correct. Change
right?
focus
They're
where
not just sticking and
required
they,
to refocus on things that work.
yes. And secondly, don't maybe feel sad or bad for yourself. I think so
It's the
that is
first
also
step
very
for
important.
everybody.
That, oh,
Everybody's learning right now.
yeah,
So you have
yeah. So feeling,
the option of failing and learning from it and going again at it.
yeah. And I think so that is what a business is all about. That is what makes our business very beautiful, right? That
Yeah,
you can fail in our business and again get back.
correct.
That's
It's
one
not
of the
the one
best
and
things
only.
which is
It's not like only one time offer or something like that.
absolutely. It's not that you do it once, you get it wrong, now you are finished.
Yeah,
You do it wrong, you can correct it again. You have the chance to do it on a day to day, on a weekly
reevaluate,
basis.
refocus, call it whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever you want. And what I also feel is what is important when it comes to, if you're not getting your results, don't pity yourself. Right now, we can't pity ourselves. These are tough times. These are different times. These are challenging times. The whole world is going through this. We are
Yeah,
fortunate. I feel that, we at least have a chance to run our business. Like I was just talking to one of the trainers, when I was just talking to Sai and he was asking us about what if telecalling was not there. My answer just came. We would have been like, oh my God. The fact that we have something like this, that during this time, we can generate revenue is beautiful. So I feel, combination of multiple things, focus on getting the mechanics right,
yeah,
be thankful, be grateful, organize yourself, right? I think so. To do all these things, you need to be focused,
correct.
right? Yeah. So maybe does that answer your question, Rohit?
Yeah, I think
To
that does answer our question. Um, okay. Are you done? I think that's about.
yeah, yeah. Any other
Okay. Any
questions in
questions?
case
Anybody would
anyone?
like to ask question to Shreyas? Anything that you guys want to ask him? You can just write it in the comments, or if you want to be invited into this call, just say I have a question and I'll invite you into the conversation. Anybody has a question? It's a limited time offer for Shreyas and to answer questions. Here's a chance.
I'm sure. I'm sure people. I'm sure people are. They'll ask questions later, or maybe they have
Yeah,
been listening to this course sometimes. I'm sure for them it'll be refreshing with something.
perfect. I don't see any questions coming in. So, but I think but I think that should do it for today. Then I guess I thank you everybody who tuned in to listen to Shreya speak, and thank you Shreyas for doing this with us. Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for taking your time,
Thank you for giving me a chance
to
to do this as
share your
well.
views and opinions.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Definitely after this Instagram live, if people still want to talk to Shreyas, they can always reach out to him. I'm sure you'll have his number, or you can get his number. You can get his number as well. So thank you so much, yes, and thank you everyone for
Thank you,
tuning
Rohit.
in, and thank you so much for coming in.
Have a
Be
wonderful
sure
day.
to sorry.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. You too. Have a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend as well.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, yes. Uh,
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye. All right. So all the other people, don't forget to tune in next week as well. We will be back with another speaker. Keep keep tuned into our page and to let you know when we let you know who the next speaker is for next Friday. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye bye. Take care. Have a good evening and have a good weekend as well.